Oh, you know what time it is. 13 love, 13 wisdom, 13 knowledge, and 13 respect. 13 to all you out there who's sticking heed to the message and having an open mind so you can really see. You know what I mean? Because when you open that mind, you're going to be opening that real third eye. And I'll give you a knowledge of that too, to the temple. But let's go back. Come on, I need to finish up on that little video. Because, see, the reason I talked about as above, so below, the spaces up there, the universe is down in the water, everything, because everything was always water. We are water beings, right? But there's an ether that's on the planet, which is the hot, the sun. That's the sun being, that's the solar beings that's on the planet, because we run the solar system, the Moors. That's where we're the soul ones. And everything else is our children, all we created. Everybody don't have the same, don't have that mortal bloodline though, the original bloodline. So just cause people look like me, that might don't mean they have a soul. They might still be a walking dead, or just a spirit. All the other gases around here walking the planet, drifting on the planet, drifting like in the water, drifting along. That's the little gases on the planet. We call them ghosts. There's a lot of them out here like that. So just cause everybody look, they got melanin rich and stuff, that don't mean nothing. Because there's 3 billion hollow souls on the planet walking around amongst us. Some of y'all making videos talking about the routine and trying to sell you stuff. These hollow souls, the light worker people are hollow souls. I'm watching some of this starting to get changed up now that was talking some knowledge on next, and they doing some other crazy stuff now. Hollow souls. These same hollow souls will tell you about the 2012 and they ascended. Like they ascended. Where you ascended to? I still see you here. Where you ascended to? You ain't ascended no goddamn where. If you ascended somewhere, all the trouble won't be on the planet, all the children won't be getting killed on the planet. So use a liar, use a demon, use a hollow soul. When you came out of your water, when you came out of your mom womb, wait a second. In your mom womb, in the mother's womb, which is the Milky Way womb, same thing, the womb, the Milky Way womb. When you was inside that womb, you was inside water, right? That's the more thing. And when you came out the navel, you navigated your way out the navel area, the womb area. That's the navel, is a navigation of your way back through, which is more is the navigators, the Navy. That's what they call the Navy. But right now, we're not out here navigating the seas. The beast has put navies around the seas and the Coast Guard to guard us from navigating the seas again. And the Navy is destroying everything out here. He sees. He don't want nothing to come back on the planet out the water. That's why he got the Navy here now. They took our science and turned it to evil. Put a Navy around for everything, because we're the pirates, we're the Caribbean pirates, the Moors. That was us. But when we came out that womb, you had all the ancestral knowledge of all the planets and the seas inside that womb, because you was inside the womb in the Milky Way. But they cut your umbilical cord off. Now when they cut your umbilical cord off, because you was born, you see a baby born, you go look online and see the baby born in the water, and the umbilical cord still there, the baby come out and start swimming in the water, just like a fish, like a mermaid, just like a merman. So they all children of the Moors, because they the Mooring, they Mooring now, they Mooring and everything. But once that umbilical cord was cut, you lost connection with the planet and the universe. And right at that moment, you started dying off too, because you came out of the water. You came out of the water and started getting dirty, filthy, started taking on these ways. And you had to get your breath, you couldn't even breathe right. And then you got used to the breath, but you thought you was really living life out here. And breath is to give you the life, but also it's killing you off. Yes. That's when you start getting old. And you start dying off because you're breathing too long, because you're too long out of water, like the fish. The fish is out of water too long, he start dying off. So you're calcified now. We used to have a hole on top of our head right there, with a soft spot. It was a soft spot. And we used to breathe through our head like a dolphin in a porpoise. That was our connection. Now we out here, it's all closed up. And we breathing this poison air and everything, and we're dying. That's why everybody looks so old and rough. But in your gut book and all kind of scriptures, they tell you, you have to go back to being like in the mind of a child. So you have to go backwards and get clean, get your body clean, get back pure, because you're coming back into the water. Heaven. You're haven. In the water. That's why you love taking showers so much. You love the water so much. You love going to the beach so much. Something attracts you back to that water, the beach, that womb. Something wants you back in there. You love it. And that's what they call paradise, Florida and stuff like that. Around the Panama Canal, where that's the neighbor, that's the split, the lower self and higher self. That's that split right there. That's why the government put the Panama Canal dam there, because they dam you up. And that's the equator right there at the Panama. They damn the world right there. Panama is so powerful and precious. The last empress was right there. And they went there and got it like I think at 86. That's when I was in the military. I didn't even know what I was doing down there. But I was there for a reason. So I know these things because I saw stuff. But they got the last empress, the last bloodline, the Moor line, the Sheba line. The Moabite woman. They still got that bloodline that took over the queen and put it married to her like somebody in the family over there and stuff. And one of them double queens, one of them kings, whatever, one of them married to. You never seen this beautiful queen. She's called a princess or whatever. She's the real bloodline. And she came out of Panama. You might can find some information on it. I know these things. Just like up in the Hawaii area, all still like all that was Muur area. But that Panama Canal is when they dammed the planet up. Stuff you don't know. They dammed everything up. And when you dam something up, it started getting stagnant, everything started down on the planet. I can go real deep. But let's go back. The reason they told you in your good book, even so-called Jesus or the Joshua, I'll tell you, say, they call you children of the sun. They always say the children of God all the time. Why they all keep talking about this children, the children? Why everybody always children? I never heard them say the old man. The elders was the wise ones, but everything else is about being the children. So your mind has to go back to being a child again. And the child is the one that's going to play in the water. He loves the water and stuff. He's fun. He's having fun and he loves life. But when you get on this plane, you start breathing, you start getting, you left your childish ways. You left your imagination. So once you left your imagination, somebody else gave you an image. And that's when the magic came in there and controlled you with his images, because you lost your imagination of having love and fun and not having words and stuff. You lost all that and they blocked it up. They dammed it up. And then they start controlling your mind. They gave you a TV. Now everything's about control. They controlling you. The Zionists, because they took all your ions inside your blood and gave you the ion. They're the Zionists, because they're projecting your images out here now through a TV. They gave you a TV called plasma. It's blood plasma dealing with your blood. You think this is a game out here, don't you? I'm talking about this shit deeper than deep on some spiritual stuff. And all that occult stuff that people try to read, they ain't got a clue, because they reading the wrong books from the wrong who. They don't know who wrote it. I told you this. The best information is inside of you already. It's inside your DNA. And when you got back to nature and planted your feet, you start getting this information come right. You get right knowledge, not wrong knowledge. I'm serious. This is real shit. And that's breath stuff. It's amazing. And everybody I be trying to get you to do this and do that. They took them 3,333 monks up there and put them on the Himalayas mountain to keep a certain vibration, which is a frequency over the planet to keep you on a low vibration. And y'all thought the monks were spiritual, didn't you? I told you they beasts. They might think they're doing the right thing, but they're doing it wrong. It's real talk here. At 3333, you're dealing with the male and the female. And they call it, they master numbers. They try to tell you 33 is a master number. Master of who? You can't serve with one master. And you got to be the master of your own temple. But that 33 and 33, 3,333 monks that's up there doing the Gregorian chant, that's controlling over male and female on the planet. Because they're controlling you under the 33 degrees of Freemasonry, which is on 33 degrees freezes in water. Why do it freeze in water? Because we only gave them 33 degrees of knowledge, but they just could survive. But the soul of beings, the sun being the true Christ beings, the saints that walked this planet had 360 degrees of knowledge, which is heat, ether, fire. And that's why they told us sir, which is sire. Because they know the truth. And you want to believe, and believe is believing in some lies. I'm talking actuality, factuality. Not no fake reality that's scripted. You around here gonna go celebrate another holiday and put another spell on you, another curse on your goddamn ass. Talk about some Christ and Christmas and all this stuff. It was Christ Massacre, where they massacred millions of Moors across Europe. Christ Massacre. Christmas. They took the Moors and put them on their same little navigational crosses and gutted them up. All from Romania and everywhere else with Vladimir Vlad or whatever, the Dracula. Moors was Christ's beings. And they massacred them. And now you finna celebrate your Christmas. X us out. Christmas, the soul beings, the true saints, the ones that have the real enlightened beings, the so-called white lightning. Saint Martinez, go look it up. Go look up Saint Nicholas. And when you look at Saint Nicholas, where they get that word Santa Claus from, he wore a green robe, just like my ancestors, or a white robe with the golden on. And he had a golden glow around his head. And he was murdered on December the 6th. But somebody came along from Saturn, lower beings that was left on the planet that came along, some evil ones, and turned everything upside down and got you to start worshiping the red again, which is the blood, which is lower chakra, which is lower self, which is demonic, the demons. And they put a fat man in a red suit. And then all that strings hanging from the Christmas trees and nothing but the blood of children's guts hanging from the trees in Germany. Then the red and bulbs and nothing but the child bob his head. They kill so many children and murder so many children. And you celebrate now Christmas. That's when the Christians and the Catholics and the Protestants and every other fucking religion got together and went against the Moors because they got tired of being oppressed by the so-called black man, which was the Moor. The water being, the seafaring kings and queens. That's why all them castles are all along the rivers and stuff over there. Real talk. So when you got to get back to self, when new ones come back and try to tell you to get right, there's a reason. Some of us know the truth. And we come back to grab whatever children we can, the ones who came back clean, came back into the family. When you got to come back to being a child again, we started wiping your butt again, we getting you clean. Because when you're a child, you come back to your childlike ways, you wasn't doing no drugs. You wasn't doing no weed. You wasn't doing no high. You ain't out there having doing all the crazy sex and everything like that. You wasn't doing all this stuff when you come back to your childlike ways, because the childlike ways is not thinking about all that excess stuff that been put onto your soul. It has blocked your mind up and blocked your imagination up. You go back to your childhood ways because a child is pure. A child is purity. A child is going back to the essence of the divine spirit itself on the planet. That's the mortal ways. That's why the child is innocence. That's why I keep telling you to leave stuff alone. You detach from all that nonsense. You done it already. There's a time it gets old and you have to come back to being a child. You don't want to die old and wrinkled. You want to come back to the mind of a child. Be just the mind of a child still. This is real talk. And people hate real talk. They want to believe in a lie. Your lie got to end. Nothing stays the same. That's what's called evolution. Nothing stays the same. One thing was pretty one day, it's going to be ugly the next. It's called evolution. The world spirals. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. When we was up, everybody else down. But we created that. Now it's time to go back up. The earth will fall down into the abyss. But only the chosen ones will stay lifted up with the fam. Come back get grafted back into the vine. That's all what it is. And inside that vine, if you go look at any kind of water around the ocean, you watch them bubbles and stuff like that when they floating up. You see bubbles floating up in the water. And why also in the water they call seahorses? Why? Don't check this out. If I ain't telling the truth about all this water and space and stuff, why our sisters out here, which is sea stars, and you got these sea stars in the water. You got that 5-pointed star in the water. They call it a starfish. You got a seahorse. You got a black goldfish is a Moor goldfish. It's a black Moor goldfish, something like that. Moor goldfish is a black fish. It's gold, but it's a golden fish. You got this. You know, you did it with the Moors, you did it with that cat, man. You got a catfish in the water too. You did it in the Moors, the cat. You know, everybody comes from this DNA. You know, some people ain't gonna make it. Others will come into the family and come back into the royal courts. I don't know why y'all thinking the world is just gonna continue being so evil and gonna continue like this. You got to be crazy. If you don't see it and feel the vibrations, your soul already dead. Your religion got nothing to do with this, because you don't even follow none of your religion. But your religion is dealing with astrology and astronomy. This your boy, the Superman on the 13th Sun. I'm gonna give you more info each and every time. Blood raw. Now sniff that shit. Nah, either, baby.